I'm excited to get started on this. This was a request, and it's hard to refuse a request like this too. I mean, to create a dungeon is very cool and very enjoyable, and it could be a rather long series as well. So we're going to get started with sort of blocking out this dungeon here, and yeah, let's just. Let's just do this thing here. That's a little sort of piece of floor. I'm going to extrude this up for a wall, and I'm not doing this to any specific size or anything. We're just going to see how it goes and how it feels. So I'm just going to make this thing. All right, so I'm going to split that out and pretend that's going to be a wall. And if that was a wall there, I'm going to take this and duplicate it over here. We'll be doing some things to these walls. But for now, that's how that's going to go. And let's just take maybe this here, this edge, and extrude it up to there. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to break that out as well. So I got those pieces. Let's just have a look at this. Alright, so what I want to have is on this wall, the left wall here. I'm going to drop an edge loop there and split it with Control B to somewhere around there. And then I take these edges again and Control B, just pull them a little bit like that so they're equal, and just pull them out. So it's these sort of rectangular, we're going to call these pillars. I'm going to take these faces here and delete them. And those are going to be like that. However, I think I want to pull this one down like that and have a little bit more room. Do something in there like a shelf or something. So this is going to be brick wall all the way around. And with some other stuff that I will show you in a bit. I think I'll put a bevel on here. Let's see, if I go for 3 but 0.01, and let's throw on the cavity shader, and let's make sure, yeah, okay, so those could be there. And this wall, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to do anything special with it. But this wall here, I'm actually going to delete because I just wanted to see that there. I'm going to do something. Let's bring the 3D cursor there. And I make some sort of indentations in this. I'm going to bring in now a cylinder over here. And I think I'll use 22 vertices. And let's just move that over, and I'm going to bevel this down like this, put a number of segments. We'll start with that. Let's get rid of that. Look from the front in wireframe, and 1 for vertex, and we'll get rid of all of these vertices. I missed one there, or more than one. And I'll make a face up here, and an edge selection, Shift Alt and click there, make a face. I'm going to have these on this side. So they're going to come up to about there. Let's take this down and snap to there. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select that edge, and E and S, and just come out. Yeah, I could have done that better, but yeah, let's just focus on that thing, and look, Control 3 to look from the side, and we'll grab these and we'll just snap them to there, and then I'll build this, and then I can fix it up. Okay, yeah, so what I'm going to do is look from the side. I'm going to select, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to extrude up once more, and I'm going to scale Z 0. and then I'm going to take this edge and this edge, just the edges, E and scale in the Y, pull it out, and let's bring everything else back, and we'll build the walls out of this. Let's take this and snap it to here. Now, it doesn't have to be like human size or anything. It could be larger than that. Let's start with that. And then let's just duplicate it and snap it. So I could have two, sort of like jail cells or whatever. And now, are they too big? I don't really know. Let's take that edge and extrude it and snap to there. And take this edge and, no, not that. Take this whole edge here and extrude it and snap to there. And the floor, let's take the floor, that edge, I guess I had it already. And let's just pull it and snap to the back. So we come in here and look at this. I want to shade smooth that. It's gonna be all messed up. I'm not gonna do that yet. Yeah, okay, something like that. Okay. Yeah, let's select all these. Not that. Oh. Pressing C, and then I'm just painting my cursor over. So I have that. I'm gonna break that out. P to break it out. So that's a separate piece now. And I'm gonna do the same with this one here. We'll separate these out, and then we'll continue to make the model the arch. I'm not sure I like that. If it's rounded enough, maybe it's fine. This is the blockout phase, and I may keep some of this, and I may not. Let's see, that could be smoothed. Let's have a look in here. So the whole thing is facing the wrong way. I'm going to Alt N and flip. Take these, or that, flip that, and that would have like a concrete material on it. Okay, well, let's see if I can live with these. I think they might be okay. I'm going to take this, and I don't want to just extrude it. I just want to put bricks on that. So I'm going to duplicate it, bring it out, P to break it out. Sorry for the noise out there. And I'm just going to extrude it back. You know, we'll push that into place. And, okay, so for this guy here, let's see. Well, let's just focus on that itself. And I'll get rid of these faces. We won't need those. I'm going to drop an edge loop here. Maybe we will, let's see if we scale that. Yeah, we got that. We can fix that. Okay. I'm going to take these points, bring it up, hold control, and just snap it there. That may be kind of what I'm going to go for. Let's see. Let's have a look at beveling these. Control B, pull, not too much. 2 and one more. 3. Let's have a look at that shade smooth. We're actually going to put a subdivision on anyhow. And we will be getting rid of the box, so might as well do that now. And I'll look on the bottom later. Yeah, something like that. Okay. I'll just throw in it, bring an edge loop down like this. Those will just go into the ground anyhow. Okay, I think I'll do the work here and I'll copy it over to there. And what I was thinking we would have, let me throw a shadow. No, that doesn't help. Matte cap that one just for the moment. Well, who's all backwards? You are, eh? You could tell by a discoloration or a darker color. I know some people are telling me I can salvage that. No, I can set this so that it turns blue already if it faces the wrong way. I would find that incredibly distracting. I don't care for that, so I just do it that way. All right, we can pull that into the ground a bit. Do I still clear the top? Yes, I do. Before I do the bars, I was thinking here, if I bring my 3D cursor there, I was thinking of some kind of emblem or stone-like thing here. I'll show you what I mean by this. And I may make that taller, that ceiling there anyhow. Scale that in. Let me pull that down. Something like this. Come out a little bit. I'm going to flip that right now. And did I want to do one more? Let's see, try an inset without crossing anything and come out a bit more. Okay, if it's like that, let me grab these edges here. Get rid of the back probably. And we'll bevel out. I'm going to use 5 though. Now, maybe it's more rounded than a stone would be, but what the hell. I didn't need to use 5 on that part. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of in there. Maybe this would come back to no, what are you doing? Get rid of that. Something like that anyhow. I kind of want it to stick out a little bit more there. So we'll do that. Doesn't go all the way through. I don't know that it needs to. All right, well anyways, we'll start with that. Actually, I think it looks a bit big to me. I don't really know. I'm going to leave it there and we'll figure out the exact position later on if I don't like that. Now what I'm going to do is, by 3D cursors there, make some kind of an iron gate. So let's just make these nice and thin. Rotate Y 90. Pull it down and get the general idea. I'm going to focus on that and that. Slash key and Control 3 to look there. So I can just work on that. And I want it to come down from about that position to near the bottom, but not at the bottom. Let's go with that. I'm going to extrude out and just give a thin piece of metal like that, and it still may be too wide. Something like that anyhow. I'm going to drag an edge loop down, like, I don't know, 7/8 or 6/8 near the bottom. I don't have to give you the exact fraction, I don't think. I don't want to scale in every direction. Let's try just scaling in the Y for now. I think I'm going to scale in the X as well. And do that. And there's going to be something on top here so we can get rid of that face. And I'll take it, I'll just Alt and recopy it outside. And let's see if I can bevel these edges. But I'm going to look down near the bottom where the troubled spot is. Control B and just 2, 3. And bevel this, although I could put a little circle on there, couldn't I? No, I don't want that. Something like that. I just don't want the edges to cross over. I can shade smooth. Any shading errors I can deal with in a minute. Let's try. That may not be thick enough for what I want to do, but let's put that there and array this in the Y. We'll zero out the X. And say if that was there. All right, before I go any further, let's take this area here. Probably should have beveled yet. Let's just, I just selected all those faces that go around. Shift D. I'm going to rotate X 90. I'm going to P to break it out, and I'm going to get rid of the array. And I'm going to scale this in the X a little narrower. And do I want to scale it in the Z as well? Well, I just did. And this would go across. I'm going to have to take the whole thing in a moment, or right now, and move this back into about there. Right on this flat region there. Now that doesn't leave a lot of space in here, but I could do something about that in a moment if I need to. So let's just do this. What if I had one here and just copying it without here and there. Okay, so these ones are on top. Is that the way it should go? Or should these ones be thicker? Let's just try that and see how it looks, because I don't know. Just as I was doing that, it was looking better. I think maybe that's how it's supposed to go. Alright, at any rate, let's work on the other thing. It's just a circle on top. These might need to come closer together. So let's just see what I'm thinking. Shift S, cursor to selected. I'm going to bring in a circle with probably 18 is enough. Scale it down and rotate Y 90. I'm just going to F to give it a face. I'm going to pull it here because it's going to be wider, I think. Yeah, it would have to be wider. A little bit wider. I'll flip my polys in a minute. I to inset, pull that in. E to extrude back a little ways, just like that. I'll make sure it's not overlapping, or it's, yeah, whatever the term is. I'm going to bevel this stuff there. I'm not going to do that indentation on the other side. And Control 1, shade smooth, and I'm going to take this and I to inset instead. If I make it a little bit thicker, that might be better. I'll join that and array it once I'm satisfied. Let's just do that. And then I'll deal with the shading issues. I don't know. I think I prefer it like that. All right, so let's see here. Let's get rid of that for now. So that's got a subdivision of 1 on it. That's nothing. And if I take the subdivision off, yeah, no, I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and Control A to apply that. And I'm going to join those together. Did I do it? There. Now I did it. And just, I don't like this pattern on here. I prefer just a big end-on like that. I just like that better. So I'm going to fix that up right now. This is a personal thing. I find it works better with the textures that I want to do. Alright, so I've got that piece there. And now I can array those in the Y. We'll zero that out. And alright, something like that. Now I can work on this more, so I'm going to go ahead and join all of that. Alright, I'll go in and just yeah, okay. We'll merge by distance if need be. Nothing, no problem there. I can throw on weighted normal and normal's auto smooth. And I guess that's what I want. And then down here we're going to do something. Let me just grab, is there anything I can grab here? I'll have to check later for any faces. Even there, that's good enough to be my 3D cursor there. And then I'm going to bring in a plane and make the key mechanism. And I don't really know what it looks like, which is bad. You should know what it looks like. That's where the references come in. But I have an idea of what I want to do, and so I'm just going to build that. I think these might be too thick, but anyways, I can fix all that. I was just thinking of something here, or maybe it's gonna go like that. All right, in the meantime, let's grab these edges. Very simple modeling stuff so far, and we'll bevel those. I'll use 5, do it like that, and I'll bevel both of them. This is gonna be out in the open. You know, do I use 3? Do I use 5? Fix that up in a bit. Do I want it that size? Yeah, all right, it's fine. All right, I'm going to select there and bring my 3D cursor there. Okay, so it shows through. Yeah, I might do something else slightly different. Anyways, all right, I'm going to bring in a circle, make the keyhole now. The more the merrier, really, in terms of the number of points to get it nice and smooth, but you know, it becomes more high poly. So I'm going to do a relatively big key. I might know I'm not going to do too big. Okay, it becomes real fantasy land, which is cool, but let's see if I take those and extrude them down. Let's scale Z0, and I'll get rid of these. And then these ones I'll dissolve. Maybe I want, no, I think I want it a bit narrower than that. Let's see. If I get rid of those ones, then I have that. I think I might want it that way. So I'll take these ones and I'll just dissolve those vertices. And maybe we'll do that. And yeah, I think I will round these, even just with 3. It's going to be pretty small, but I'll round these ones as well. I'll take that F to make face. I'm going to extrude it back and flip those, because I can tell those are backwards. And that's going to be what I'll make my keyhole with. It's pretty much in the middle, and I'll put some bolts here, and that'll be it. Or unless I do a cut or something like that in it. Let's just push that in and give it a try. So we're going to do a Boolean on here. Select this, select, not bevel. Boolean difference, and with the eyedropper, we'll click on that. Apply. Now, in the past, you'd probably do that and freak out and think, oh, I can't use Blender, I can't do Booleans, you know. But we have to touch this up, either manually beveling or trying the bevel modifier, and then everything will work out, usually. So, I mean, I normally would use more points than 3, but anyways. All right, let's try bevel, and already it's starting. And I'm going to put a few more segments in there like that. And then what I'm going to do is I will probably paint this in black, but I just want to pull it in as far as I can. That's about as far as I can go. And then from here you can just add weighted normal and normal's auto smooth, and it's okay. All right, let me just make sure everything is flipped and merge by distance. If I pull that out to there, I can go a little deeper. That's good enough. This is all going to be metal anyhow, so I'm going to end up joining this to this and doing it all as one piece, so that the modifiers I just put on don't really matter. 3D cursor is still close enough to where I want it, and for this one I'm going to use a UV sphere, but we'll go down to like 12 and 8 or something. We'll try that, and that should be smooth enough. We'll rotate Y90 so it's pointing out, and look from the front, which will give me the side of this thing here. And I'm going to box select those vertices, get rid of them, and I may scale this in the X a little bit flatter and pull that there. Let's just do this. Sorry, Control 3 and just G, and maybe a bit smaller. That's embedded, and then I can shade smooth that. That kind of bold. Control 3. Maybe it's too big. I don't know. I'm just going to copy it by hand. I'm not mirroring it. Maybe it's off a little bit on this side, maybe not. So this is what I get. I'm going to join that. Quick check of this stuff. Fine. Let's turn that off for a second. And at this point, I mean, I could take this whole thing and I can move it down if I want. I can lengthen it. I can do all kinds of stuff. I just want to have a look with another matte cap. I've got a few other ones in here that are quite nice to look at my shading. But I want to go with this red one. It's quite intense. Sorry about your eyes there. But it will show me some almost like ambient occlusion in there. And just give me a rough idea. I feel like it's too short for this chamber, but it's probably fine for what I want to do. So let's bring stuff back and have a look at this. Make sure it doesn't look like it's going to the floor. So yeah. And if instead it was out here, no, it couldn't, could it? No, let's not do it there. Let's do exactly what we are doing. Unless I want to put more details on it every, you know, at every crossing, something. But and if I pull these up, it starts to hit the curve there. All right. Okay. So what I meant about deepening these, and I don't know that I do. I'm thinking I'm going to have a little thing here and like a gem or something in there. I don't know. But if I wanted to, you know, I just pull this back and take this edge and maybe extrude it forward. And then take this whole thing and push it on. And, you know, now it's deeper. So I may end up doing that. I'm just not sure if I'm going to. But for now, this is what we've got. So let's take this and this and this and just duplicate it over and push it over to here roughly and say, how's it looking? Okay, if that stuff was there, then the next thing is I want to have some torches on the wall. And really, I thought this stuff would be further down this way. No, I think I'm probably okay. So, all right, let's try a torch of some sort. Let's use a cylinder 22. That's all right. And I'm going to narrow that down. And we'll just build it really big and then we'll make it smaller. I to inset. I suppose it doesn't have to be that big. And we'll take this. Let's get rid of that for now. Yeah, like that. Maybe I'll pull these down a little bit. Which makes me want to pull down the other part. Or narrow it, I don't know. Scale shift Z. Okay, let's bevel here. Control B, I just need 3 like that. Let's bevel here, just a smaller one for shading. Maybe I'll put a ball on the end of this, or maybe we'll just... Oh, does this narrow maybe? Yeah, that's what I was missing. Okay, do that, and then I'll just bevel this up with a 3 or 4, whatever. And I mean, we're not going to look down into these, but I'll give it a bit of thickness. I think I'll do it like, because I'll probably have fire or a candle. No, probably fire. Let's just give it a little bit of thickness. Like imagine it's that thick. And then just extrude it down and then scale it in. No one's going to look right down in it. You know, might see it like from there at the very best, very least, very most. Let's make that 3. I'll shade smooth. Come in, make sure it's flipped, make sure there's nothing, there won't be anything. But so if that was that, then we need a thing coming off and then a circle or some kind of plaque that would go on the wall. And so what I'll do is I'll just take one of these circles here, Shift D, and scale it down. I'm going to break it out though, a little bit easier. I'll look from the front, and I'm going to rotate Y 90. G, and it would sort of attach here. I'll just make it a bit smaller. Let's just extrude that back and see what I'm getting at. Okay, let's scale shift to X and push it in. So imagine that's going to be there. It's going to be pretty simple connection. I probably will be tilting this like that, but first of all, I'm going to make the other part that it connects to. Do I build it off of this or make it separate? I could do it off of this, so I'm going to E and S. Try this. E, I'm going to come out and flare it out, and then come one level straight, and then I'm just going to drag some edge loops to accentuate this. I will have to do something down here, so grab that edge and Control B, bevel it, and I may even need more than that. So what do I got here? I did over and under. If I do one more, I could put bolts. Let's get the approximate size. I feel like the torch itself is too short. I mean, it's not going to stay that size, so I'm going to scale it down now. All right, let's just get it close to the wall and see how we feel about this thing. Something is off in my dimensions. I think I'm just going to scale it in the Z. All right, I think I'm going to rotate it now. And how about we take one of these bolts here? So go in, select it, Control L to select linked, and Control D to duplicate it, but we'll break it out, P to break it out. And to bring it close, I'm just going to like select something like that. Shift S, cursor selected. Take this and go set origin to the 3D cursor and set geometry to origin. At least we're getting close. Instead of farting around trying to get it. I don't know if I'm going to want it straight up and down. Let's focus on those two things. So with the slash key and Control 3, and see if I put it straight up and down, it's kind of blocked by the torch. What if I just took that and Shift D? That's going to look dumb, isn't it? Something like that. Just sort of arbitrarily. Yeah, that looks fine. And if in that case, I'm gonna join those. And really, this is all going to be metal, but maybe this is going to come in like that. And then I'll take this and shorten this piece, pull that in, and then maybe I'm going to join these. And then if that's the wrong size, I can still mess around with that. Let's just make sure everything's facing out. Merge, everything's good. Okay, so I know I should be set origin to geometry more often. I never do that. Now, is that huge compared to here? That's the size I'm going for. I often will exaggerate my sizes a little bit, and it gives it kind of a cartoony kind of a look. But yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's bring another one in there. And again, we're blocking it out. Let's bring another one in there. And this is what we've got so far. And now we're going to have a look with another matte cap. I just want to try some different looks. So some of these matte caps are ones that I've bought and aren't normally available. But anyways, I often find myself going back to this red one, which I know will do a number on your eyes, but I find very helpful. But we're not going to stick with that for very long. We're going to come back to... Oh, and also... that one's pretty nice. No, we're just going to come back to this. Okay, it's going okay so far. We don't have to do too much more in this video. We could leave it at that and let this simmer. That is the dungeon so far. All right, so we definitely have more work to do, but I think we got a lot done, and I think I can use a lot of that as well. I think I can use pretty much all of this stuff, and just, not this. And yeah, more work to come. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that was cool for you, and we'll see you again soon.